What's good, B-Sounds? It's your boy, Kit Kinraid. It's December 29th, and I want to talk about 5 on the line. I have a little tip for you that might get weird, but it's going to help you make all kinds of gains. It's a little trick I use to make sure that I'm actually training hard. Seeing results is all about intensity, as in appropriate proximity to failure. If you train within your capacity, there's no need for your body to adapt, i.e. grow. You have to push those boundaries and do more reps than you think you can so that your body's like, uh-oh, I might have to do that again. I better make sure that I can. Honestly, the number one reason I see people not making progress at the rate they could be is them just not pushing the boundaries of their capacity. That and diet. And it's certainly very easy when you're several sets in and fatigued or just having a hard day, got something on your mind, to think, sod it, that's enough. Whereas really, you need to be pushing those boundaries every time you train. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to failure every time you train, but pushing your boundaries in some fashion, amount of work done, time it's done in, difficulty of your progressions. So here's the trick I use to make sure I'm constantly expanding my capacity and therefore getting them gains. I call it 5 on the line because I had to give it a name to tell you about it. Gains are on the line, there's 5. My theory is that when most people reach the point where they've finished their set, thinking that the intensity they've performed is enough, if you put a gun to their dog's head or threaten their genitalia in some way, they could probably do 5 more reps. And some days, that's me too. And the first second I notice that I'm phoning it in, I implement this 5 on the line rule. So I realize I'm about to give up, and that's when I start counting and I have to do 5 more. Arnold in Pumping Iron talks about this. He says he doesn't start counting until it hurts. And chemicals aside, you can't argue with a man's work ethic or results. Most of the time, I can silence the voice in my head that says, why? I really don't want to, with a simple, because you can, and because I said so. Sometimes I need a little extra motivation, and this is where it gets weird. So in order to incentivize these 5 extra reps in my head, I've equated them with the 5 lines of the Yak Sant tattoo. You might choose not to do this. I know it's just a story, but stories are powerful. So I realize I'm about to throw in the towel, and now I have to get 5 more reps in. Because I said so isn't powerful enough to make it happen today, I tell myself that each rep offers the benefits of each line of the 5-line Yak Sant tattoo. So 1 more rep, that protects against unfairness and clears out bad juju. 2 more reps helps protect against bad fortune. 3 more reps protects you from black magic and people cussing you out. 4 reps is where all the good shit happens. That's good luck, success, and fortune. And the 5th rep boosts the benefits of the 4th rep as well as making you sexy. I'm not religious or a deeply spiritual man. What I'm doing is probably sacrilegious to somebody. If that's you, I'm sorry. This is just the story that I've attached to the 5 reps. I read about the tattoo. I had to gamify pushing my boundaries. The 2 just came together. You can think anything you want. Find your own story. I just think that it's a bad idea to reward yourself with food. You know, if I do 5 more, I can have a piece of pizza or something. And the thing I care about second most is happiness and well-being. Plus, it's just badass. I can literally see the spell lines appearing in my mind as I perform the reps. I know it's weird, but anything that you can tell yourself that makes you get the job done is valuable. This works for me, find out what works for you. On the most basic level though, when you're about to give up, count to 5. There's your one very weird tip for the day. Voodoo hoodoo aside, counting to 5 will help you get them gains. But ascribing them magical powers, well, that'll make sure you be well.